Hi everybody, I'm Ollie.
Hi, I'm Chris.
And you're watching Epad, the show where, well, we just use pettigrews to fill in when Brad can't be here. And there's a lot of us. First up, for once, we're not starting with a 1960s movie that involves people coming down from Mars who may or may not turn into women who live on a Venus planet that you visit in a really random movie that is basically the most sexually inappropriate movie I've ever seen. We talked about that. No, it's called Stand Up Guys. It's a gangster movie in the vein of Goodfellas and Casino, but not good at the same time. And instead of it being sort of like young gangsters and stuff, it's old, decrepit, like, actors who just feel like they want to work together before they die.
They're like space cowboys.
It's exactly like Space Cowboys, exactly.
More, except this is now Space Cowboys, except now gangsters.
Yeah, so it's got Al Pacino.
Baby, I got a python in my pants.
Who, like, man, Al Pacino hasn't made a good movie in like 10 years. And that's really, like, he made...
No.
Name a good movie he's made in 10 years. He made Heat, he made The Godfather.
American Football.
Any Given Sunday?
That was good.
Yeah, but that's a movie from 2001. That's 14 years ago.
Damn it.
Yeah, there you go. So Al Pacino...
No.
Yep, nothing. Al Pacino, Christopher Walken, who I didn't even know he was still alive, and Alan Arkin. Who is not Ellen Barkin and is not Alan Alda, and you don't know who any of them are anyway.
They sound good, though.
They do sound good. The weird thing about this, though, is it has something in common with, of all movies, Short Circuit. Because you remember the Indian guy? From
Mr. 25.
Right, who then, strangely enough, he was like the supporting character to Steve Guttenberg, but ended up being the main character in the second movie in New York.
He's the only one that anyone really remembers from the Short Circuit films, apart from, obviously,
Short Circuit.
Short Circuit.
Johnny Five.
Yes.
Who is alive. Well, that guy, random non-Indian Indian guy, directed this movie. Go figure.
Oh, man.
You get to drive it.
Oh. There's no leg room here.
Yeah. Tight back here. I just banged my head.
The hell with your leg room. I'm 6'2". Let's go.
Hey,
The situation is not ideal.
you're a master.
I was.
You are.
I was.
You don't forget that stuff.
You're a master, Hirsch.
4 minutes ago, you were sitting in a dying house. Now you're sitting in this beast of a car, you know. Situations. Okay.
All right. Give me the key.
There's no key.
Give me the key.
It's new. It's a button.
It's automatic.
You push the button.
A button?
You push the button.
Computers.
Here?
Yeah. You put your foot on the brake at the same time.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Can we go now?
Well, it's a million dials here. I never saw these before. Man, this is like the future.
Remember, he's like about 15 years ago, like Vin Diesel came onto the scene and we were all very excited. Like, he had great potential.
He did.
And we were all kind of thinking we were coming to the end of the Steven Seagal, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Sylvester Stallone, Arnie period. And like suddenly we had Vin Diesel turn up and The Rock and stuff, and we all thought these guys were going to go into stuff.
Till next time. Till next time.
Until he did a film that truly sucked. Which was Pacifier.
The Pacifier. Oh, God, I lost all respect for him when he did The Pacifier. But this is, basically, what he's realized is he started really well, you know, and he did, like, Pitch Black, which is really under the radar, really good sci-fi movie, low budget, shot in Australia kind of movie.
In Australia?
Yeah. And he's also in Saving Private Ryan.
Vin Diesel?
Yeah.
Which scene was that?
He's one of the soldiers. He's the one that gets shot by a sniper when he tries to help that kid.
A lot of people got shot by snipers in that film. Anyway.
He's the one that dies in the rain because he did what he wasn't supposed to do. Steven Spielberg wrote him into the movie because he thought he was so good and he had a lot of potential. Anyway, he did Riddick. Well, he was Riddick in Pitch Black. And then they did The Chronicles of Riddick, which was like...
That was actually, I preferred that one to the first one. First one was really, really good and grungy. This one, the second, that was much, I quite enjoyed that. And this one, New Riddick, goes back to the way that the first Riddick was. It's very similar.
But does it work?
It does work. But it's kind of like, It's almost like a remake of the first Riddick, I feel.
But with a high budget.
Much, much higher budget and a fairly awesome ending sequence where he's basically him on a mountain beating the crap out of all these flying alien things from the first movie. Very cool film.
Just ruined the whole movie now.
And then he dies at the end.
Right. No, the thing is, well, how do they rectify at the end of the second movie, he basically rules the universe?
I don't...
Wait, is what's-his-face, the random New Zealand Kiwi guy, helping out? The guy
The one with a really strange face.
Carl Urban. Is Carl Urban in the movie?
No.
How do they explain that? I don't understand. Is Stanley Newton in the movie? Right? No, nothing. I don't understand. So is there any connection from the second to third one?
I think they talk about the second one in the third one, but to be honest, the third one was just, it's such a movie on its own. It's gonna go, oh no, we're like stuck somewhere again, oh no, there's Riddick, oh no, there's like aliens, Riddick, help me, I hate you, but kill me, that sort of thing.
Well, you've sold the movie to me, Chris. I want to watch it. So if you want to see Vin Diesel do, oh no, an alien and stuff, this is the movie for you.
And it doesn't suck like the pacifier.
See what you did there? Pacifier, suck, well done. So, it turns out that Chris's review of Riddick may or may not have been amazingly accurate, because it turns out Carl Urban is actually in the movie.
Yeah.
And David Bautista is in the movie,
Yeah.
who's also in Guardians of the Galaxy as Drax the Destroyer,
Yes.
Small world.
which also features Vin Diesel as Groot the Talking Tree thing.
Yes.
Right. Basically what I'm saying is,
was-
you're a Muppet.
Yes.
Right, well that'll teach me to let you do a link. Never again! What we've decided to do though is put together a list about David Bautista, because apparently David Bautista is an interesting man with freaky shoulder muscles. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's like a pyramid, just with his head on top. It's crazy.
Batista, he's not just a
Okay, so the first one, what? Apparently David Bautista is 87 years old because he has 2 grandchildren. Either that or he was a really horny 16-year-old. He was just putting kids out left, right, and center. But there you go, 2 grandchildren. Can you imagine?
He's so manly though, he would just like look at a woman and make them pregnant.
Yeah.
I'm gonna impregnate you.
Can you imagine David Bautista being your granddad? It's like, do you want to come play? No. It's like, you know, give us a hug. No, I'm all right, granddad. I'm okay over here.
But he could hold like 1 million children at one time, so going out is like, okay, let's go.
Actually, you can actually see him just like 15 kids.
Like an evil like Santa Claus.
Apparently he's an author. See Spot Run. That was his book. He also did the letter A. There was a fascinating book about the letter A. I've no idea. What did he write? He wrote. Oh wait,
Wow, that must be like a short story then.
He wrote a book about himself. He collects vintage metal lunchboxes, and by that I don't mean he like collects metal like men's lunchboxes. I mean like the euphemism lunchbox. It's an actual lunchbox that you put lunch in. I had do you remember the plastic ones we had when we were kids?
I was like
Transformers.
you had Transformers, I got like sort of Thomas the Tank Engine.
Why do I feel like we just cut off our own nuts here?
And apparently he's an accomplished breakdancer, which is also true of Vin Diesel.
I cannot imagine him breakdancing.
Yeah, I know. I can imagine him breaking himself.
Doesn't although he's a wrestler and they're quite agile, I can't see him being like agile enough to start twisting and dancing on the floor.
Well, exactly. I mean, like, he's strong enough, but I don't think he can lift his arms up higher than this. You know what I mean?
Well, he's doing this already, so he's all the robot going.
Yeah. Yeah, so there you go. Drax the Destroyer. He's a far more interesting person than you thought he was. And that's the list. There was a time on Epad we used to do lists about boobs and stuff, and now we do it about a guy with bigger boobs than any woman I've ever seen in my life.
See my wife.
Finally, we get an Epad movie. It's Steven Seagal shooting an Eastern European action movie that involves probably a script that was put together in 15 minutes.
A bit like this one, then.
Yeah, basically, yes, it's the Epad of action film. This is actually a sequel to The Foreigner, which was rubbish. And this one is even more rubbish because he actually never finished the movie. He walked out after 18 days because they, I don't know, ran out of food. And they had to finish the movie with the co-star just doing the parts that he did originally. So it's a sequel where he never finished it and they just kind of made it up. And now we have it for you! You're welcome. Send your love letters and thanks to Nick.
I don't know anyone who just walk out of a...
Good to know you saw the magic touch.
Shame you don't. I mean, what was that? How to surrender to the bad guy 101?
You are my teacher, oh master of spook.
Apparently not.
This next movie, honestly, I can't believe it exists even when I say it out loud myself. This movie's called Watermelon Man. It was made in the 70s, and it's about a full-blown racist white guy that one day wakes up black.
You look like a Negro.
I know what I look like.
And is supposed to sort of learn lessons about racism and stuff like that in the 70s, but it's called Watermelon Man.
In the good old days, back in the old South, you would have to drive from back here. Get it? Back of the bus?
The most racially inappropriate title you can. It's like making a movie about it in Asia and calling him Noodle Guy, right? Okay, it's like, it's that kind of inappropriate sort of thing. The weirdest thing about it, though, is the lead actor is a black guy, but for the opening scenes, they cover him in whiteface. That's exactly what I'm talking about. They make him look white, and he plays a racist white guy.
Is it played by Michael Jackson?
Is it? No, Michael Jackson it's based on the life of Michael Jackson, I do believe. But it was just, it's the most strange, messed up, inappropriate movie ever. And Nick just told me that the supporting actress got a BAFTA nomination. What were they smoking at the BAFTAs that year? But there we go, Watermelon Man. If you want to be uncomfortable watching a movie, this is the movie for you.
Should I hide the money?
Oh, you are hilarious.
How do you know you're you?
That's the dumbest thing you've ever said. Of course I know it's me. I can tell from my bridge mark. Look, see? Huh?
Your teeth are very white.
That's the contrast.
And your hair.
My hair's always been naturally curly.
What about your birthmarks?
I can't find them anymore.
So, with that unbelievably inappropriate movie, we come to the end of this episode of Epad. I feel like that I'm feeling uncomfortable, that we need to make everybody feel better. So, seeing as we were sort of talking about, you know, like watermelons, like, you know, big, round, juicy watermelons. Yeah, I feel like, let's just show a clip from Swordfish. Which clip do you think? There's one particular one I feel like, it's on the tip of my tongue. No, it's because I'm drooling. That's right. Anyway, Halle Berry, Swordfish.
Sunbathing.
Yeah.
Morning.
You mean afternoon?
Yeah. Can I borrow your car for something I need to do?
Sure. There you go.
Thank you.
Hi everybody, I'm Ollie.
I'm Chris.
And you're watching Epad, the show where for no apparent reason my brothers just turn up and host with me because, well, why not? I'm the pretty one. He got dropped in his head when we was a child.